since mid-August, in fact, Spain has been gripped by a global conversation over sexism in football. Just remember how Spain's football chief abused the midfielder, Jenni Hermoso. Now, it started a movement in Spain. It's called Se Acabó, which translates to "It's over." And hundreds of women have come out, shared their stories, and we will get to those in just a bit. Let's just start off by discussing how it all began. Now, Spain has made history by winning the World Cup, but Luis Rubiales tarnished the victory by planting an unwelcome kiss on Hermoso's lips. And he also went on to aggressively hug multiple players. And since then, there has been a lot of chatter about it, naturally. Initially, Rubiales brushed off the backlash. In fact, he dismissed critics as, I'm quoting, idiots and stupid people. But soon, there was a clamor for change within Spanish football, and the Football Federation pulled its support for Rubiales. The coach of the women's national team was sacked, and now Jenni Hermoso has filed a criminal complaint accusing Rubiales of sexual assault.
Right. Now, what happened with Jenni was unfortunate. An international player who had just won the World Cup got kissed on a live platform without her consent. Now, that's crucial in this story. She was abused in front of millions. Her boundaries were openly violated. Now, imagine the plight of women who do not appear on such a platform, who don't have a vast audience like Jenni Hermoso. What happens to them? The women who don't enjoy public or even their family support, who cannot speak up against abuse because they will end up taking the fall. Sexual abuse is prevalent, there's no denying it. And if you think it doesn't exist, you simply don't know enough. Ask any woman around you if she has ever been abused, harassed, or at least catcalled. The answer will vary between yes and multiple times. It will never be a no. When Hermoso's video went viral, a lot of Spanish women could see themselves in her place. They could identify with her, relate to her.
And according to a Guardian report, in fact, it led a professor at Imperial College London to wonder if there was more that needed to be said. Her name is Helena Legodo Quigley. She worked with members of women in Global Health Spain and put out a call on social media. Legodo Quigley invited women to share their experiences. And in just 5 days, more than 200 stories have poured in. The stories ranging from lewd comments to inappropriate touching and sexual assault. But you know what the most harrowing part was? Most of the women began their stories by saying that they will share only 2 or 3 stories from many. Just let that sink in. These women had faced sexual abuse not once, not twice, but multiple times. Most had never reported the incidents, and the reasons for this ranging from fear to also not knowing how to do so. And some, in fact, did mention it to colleagues or their superiors, only to have the incidents dismissed, to be victim blamed. Some were told the abuse was part of what women are expected to put up with at workplaces. Can you believe that? And while the incidents at times happened in the blink of an eye, the impact, the effect, of course, lasting a lifetime. For some women, it ruined their careers. Others spoke of psychological harm as well.
You see, many women couldn't speak up because they were scared to lose their jobs. The report says the jobs are precarious and there is a marked power imbalance at workplaces in Spain. These kind of behaviors are prevalent everywhere. For those unversed, this refers to subtle acts of violence that take place in daily life. They are unperceived for the most part, but strengthen gender inequality at a subconscious level. This was clearly on display when Rubiales brushed off the criticism. First, he said that people misunderstood his rapport with Jenni Hermoso, that what he did was mutual and a natural gesture of affection. All this when Hermoso had clearly said on a live stream that she did not like it. Hermoso clearly faced some pressure from the Federation and had to change her statement, her stand in the press. But when this did not work out, Rubiales went on to play the victim of what he called false feminism and a witch hunt. Now, in a passionate speech, he announced not once but 5 times that he will not resign. And guess what? Instead of a rebuke, he received widespread applause from the audience. FIFA is probing the matter. Rubiales still has not been fired. And this is when the footage of the unsolicited kiss is all over social media. When everyone has witnessed the abuse, imagine what happens to women who have no witness or social standing.